Hello, Leo. This is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing. I am bringing you a special reading for the month of June 2017. Since I have not yet opened my webpage up for new clients because I am booked a solid month out with current clients, I did want to do something to see if I can bring you guys some additional information than just what's coming up in the weeklies. So I thought maybe we'll go ahead and try some monthlies based off your astrological sign, because maybe that will delve down a little bit deeper. I know this is still general readings, but breaking the messages into 12 different astrological signs versus one for everybody. Hopefully you'll be able to get some additional messages that will help you with your journey and the things that you're going through, because right now we are going through so many transitions and changes across the board. I am halfway done with these readings, and I mean everyone's just experiencing changes and shifts, and so hopefully this will help you, give you some guidance, give you some information, and help you with these times of transition and change and new beginnings. So before we get started, actually, I'm going to be giving away 3 free 15-minute readings to subscribers of the channel. So thank you to everyone who is a subscriber. I appreciate it. I love your comments. I love hearing from you. I love all your feedback. When we hit, we're at 9,000 right now, when we hit 10,000 subscribers, I will randomly select 3 people to do free readings for. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. Go on ahead and subscribe, and that way you will be registered to potentially win a free reading. So, and what I'll do is when we do hit 10,000, I do select those, I will announce it in one of the weekly readings as to who the winners are, so that you guys know and I can get you scheduled. So let's go ahead and get started. Pulling from John Holland's Psychic Tarot deck. Hopefully I don't spit and sputter over my words. Been at this for a couple hours. But we will get there if you bear with me. Hopefully the lighting is not too bad. The sun has gone down now, but I have a number of lights on, so hopefully you guys can see everything okay. So we're going to be pulling from his deck. We're also going to be pulling from Tony Carmine Salerno's it's the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. I have prayed over and shuffled my Sibylas and my Lenormands. If we need clarifiers at some point, we will pull from those. And, okay. So what we have is the situation, your recent past, what you're unaware of, and then the recommendations. And let me, oh, awesome, you guys can see it. Good. Okay. Well, good news, Leo. You have all minor arcana, all pip cards, so that's awesome. You're actually the first sign today that has not had 1 to 2 major arcanas. So that's good. That means that your free will can totally shift this. Because when you have the major arcanas, they're big, they're life changes, they're game changers, they are destined. So there's a lot of destiny, so it really does remove that free will. It's like those things are destined to happen, they're going to happen, can't really stop or change them, but you do have control, which is good, because Leos, you're very full of fire, you like to have control, you like to make things happen, so this is a month that you can do exactly that. So starting off, your situation that you have is patience and planning, and this is all about the qualities that we need to have with patience. You know, we need to let things go. We need to let go of control. We need to, this talks about taking the time to sit back and assess the situation, really look at it thoroughly, examine it, see it for what it is. It can also be talking about having to rethink our plan, or rethinking really what's going on, what's in front of us. And with planning, you know, rethinking our steps, rethinking our actions, rethinking our goals, what it is that we want. Particularly with regards to relationships. Now, in this deck, this would be Pentacles. So this would be your 7 of Pentacles. But really reflecting, contemplating, analyzing things, making decisions. Even decisions that are potentially difficult. But it's interesting because you have, like, when you look at this card, there's like all elements, earth, wind, fire in there. So it's a holistic analysis, a holistic review, really looking at things from all angles. Now, the recent past, the card that you have is, for a number of you, you're actually evaluating a relationship. It could be, I mean, it is Pentacles. There could be some of you, you're evaluating your career, your business, but you're really just, it's as though you have come upon a time of law, dissatisfaction, and you're really looking at what it is that you want. Now, as far as the recent past, we have recognition and reward. And this is all about a job well done. Congratulations. You know, you've worked very hard to achieve something. It takes a lot of skill, a lot of hard work, but really patting yourself. I mean, like, he's got this medal around his neck. It's really about patting yourself on the back for the accomplishment, because you do deserve it. You earned it. You've worked very hard for this. You've risen to the top. And for many, it's talking about laying a solid, see how he's on this pedestal, about laying a solid foundation. Striving toward a common goal, because sometimes you can be striving towards something, working together as a group to achieve something for the common good for all. But you see how he's alone? So I get, for some of you, you have been working so hard toward this. So for some of you, you've been working so hard for this relationship. For some of you, you've been working so hard on a project, new career, new beginning, and you've been giving it your all. And for a very long time, you've really enjoyed it. Everything that you've put in, it's been very rewarding. Every step as you've built a new layer in the pedestal, very rewarding, very satisfying, lots of gratification. But that joy, that excitement about it, it's not there any longer. It's as though like something has slipped away. See how his head's like kind of turned downward? Almost kind of like a rejected sad stance. But it's like, it's as though that is where he's supposed to be. There's this light illuminating him. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, it looks like you can. But this is where he's meant to be. This is his destiny. This is path, even number 7. This is your path. But there's something missing. It's the joy that was there isn't there. So for some of you, could be a marriage. You've been in this marriage and relationship for a very long time. You've worked hard. It's been very rewarding. Requited love, mutually beneficial, but something's off now. Like the fire, the flame, that spark, that passion has been momentarily extinguished. Like, now trying to figure out, okay, how do I get that back? So now you're at this state of, okay, the flame's been kind of put out. How do we get back there? How do we reestablish that spark, that connection, that joy? Now, as far as what you're unaware of, you have number 5, obstacles and challenges. And if you can see, this person's getting ready to walk across like a bridge that's broken. There's a circle, there's like this bird that makes me think of the phoenix. But 5s are numbers of change. Now, in traditional tarot, this would be wands, and wands are all about the things that you're passionate about, what drives you. And this card from this deck, it signifies obstacles and struggles and challenges and things that we have to face but also things that we will overcome. Like that's a picture of like a bird flying, rising like the phoenix. You will overcome it. It's not impossible, but it does require us to look at the big picture. See how this circle right here? You have to look at the entire picture. Which is similar to what it was saying here. You know, you've even got this circle, you've got this circle, you have to look at the whole picture, the whole thing. And stand back and look at the whole picture for clarity. Because sometimes if we are so distraught and so worried, so say it's a marriage that's lost its spark. You're becoming frantic about, okay, how do I bring this back? You can even get into a spot of victim self-sabotage of, oh my gosh, it was so great, and then something happened, and then this is horrible, it's horrible. Well, it's not. That's close enough, you know, just take a big step, and you step right over it. There's not a wide distance in that gap. There really isn't. It is easy to change that and shift it and turn it around. Now, sometimes this card can talk about obstacles and challenges coming from like competition. So like if it's work related, it could be, you know, somebody's trying to bid for the same job that you are. But I get for some, you're thinking that your marriage, the flame, that passion has dwindled because you think there's a third party. But by stepping back and reviewing it from a distance, you'll realize that there is not. But this is an opportunity to completely change your marriage, change your relationship, get it back on track, bring that spark back, bring that flame back. But you do have to get the clarity. Now, as far as what they recommend you do, you have the Angel of Clearing. And at the bottom it says, your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. You see how there's this flame underneath her? You're going to bring that flame back. You're going to bring that passion back. You're going to be able to overcome this. But it does require clarity. It does require stepping back and looking at the whole picture. And some is going to require letting some things go, letting some frustrations go, letting some doubts go. Some frustration, some sadness, even some heartbreak, some self-limiting beliefs that have come in to repair this. Because I'm getting that for most of you, this is a relationship, a marriage, or even like a career. It could be a job. It's something that you have been doing for a very long time. It's not falling apart. There's not a third party. There's not someone that's going to take your job position. It's just, it's lackluster. It's lost that excitement, that drive. You know, when you have a new relationship, you're all excited. New marriage, you're all excited. New job, new career, you are so excited. You're on fire. And for some of this marriage, it just could be the daily routine. Taking care of kids, going to work, even a job. It can become mundane. It can, and that can cause you to lose the flame. That doesn't mean it's over. That doesn't mean your career's over. That doesn't mean your marriage is over. It doesn't mean your relationship's over. It just means you need to bring the flame back. But for some, it's almost as though your worries have become so overwhelming that you are fearful that there is someone else, or you're fearful that they don't want you. You're fearful that I'm not good enough. But you're going to have to clear those feelings. Because at this point, that's what's keeping you from moving forward to overcoming this small obstacle at this point. Now I'm going to read that. Okay. Angel of Clearing. The Angel of Clearing is at work right now, clearing your auric field. This will pave the way for a time of renewed clarity, focus, and purpose in your life. Over the coming days, you will feel the effects of this clearing as all areas of your life are brought into balance and harmony. Give thanks to your angel for this gift and know that you deserve all the blessings coming your way. Know also that the period of doubt, frustration, and confusion you have experienced in the recent months was a necessary part of your growth, and in its own way also a blessing. For just as nature has her changing seasons, so too does your life, which is governed by the same laws and moves in constant cycles in accordance with the divine will of the great Creator. Life constantly carries us within its ebb and flow, towards the horizon, across the great ocean of life, then back to rest upon the shores of our own divinity. So you are going to overcome this. You really are. And your free will and your decisions and your action steps that you take to release those things are going to shift it and turn around because you're in complete control. You are in complete control of this. There's not anything that's destined, that's divine, that's out of your control. Yeah, so for most of you, it is love. So this is some clarifier on your patience and planning. So, see if I can get these all spread out here. So you have the Great Constellation, something that you've worked at for a very long time and hard. See, he's thinking about that. Let me see if you guys can see those. Okay. And then you have the nuptials, marriage, divine marriage, connection. And then you have l'amante, the lover, requited love. So for many of you, this is a relationship. It's a long-standing relationship. For many of you, there is commitment. You are married. And the love is still there. It is requited love. There's nothing ugly with that. But there has been a shift in the recent past, because this is, again, talking about the recent past. So you have Denari, Fortuna, Dispirce. So, okay. So this is all about money, coins, value. You see, like, there's little bags of money in there. This is, you know, a fortunate event, something that moves things forward. But then you have the despair, the worry, the fretting, the sorrow. She's crying. And value is not money. Value is our family. Value is our spouse. Those things that you place great pride and value in. So you have placed everything in this relationship that you value. It's where you place your value. It's what's most important to you, and you have invested greatly. And something in the recent past has happened that has made you think that you've lost your investment. You put everything into that, you know, that flame's not there. You know, they're not as excited. You're not feeling the passion. You're not feeling the joy. And it has you distraught. But he still loves you. You're not seeing that. That's what you're not seeing. Because maybe it was an argument, or maybe you haven't had sex in a while because you're both stressed and tired. You're thinking and fearing the worst. That there's someone else, that the love's not there, everything's gone. But it's not. It's still there. So we have the reunion, La Vicha Senora, and the La Latera. So we have the reunion, the old woman, an old acquaintance. It could be a mother, it could be a grandmother, someone that you can receive guidance, information. You can trust in them, a confidant. And then we have, you know, written communications, letter. And this card is supposed to be what you are unaware of. So some of you are going to be getting some insight from your mother, his mother, from someone that you can trust, that you can count on. That's going to improve the communications between the two of you. It's going to re-solidify this union, this marriage, this relationship. It's going to help you bridge that gap. Now, for some of you, you're going to be getting communication about a mother or grandmother. So for some, but what it's going to do is it's going to result in bringing the two of you back together again, back on the same page. It's going to bring that flame back. So for some of you, you may be getting some information that your mother, you know, she's going to be having surgery and she's going to need somebody to help take care of her for 6 weeks. So maybe she's going to be moving in with you and you're looking at it like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a huge, crazy obstacle. This is definitely going to make things even worse than they are right now. It's going to put a huge, you know, gap in between us when we already are having problems, because it is a change. But it'll actually bring the two of you together because you love her, you care for her. It's going to, oftentimes when we have to face challenges as a couple, it brings us together, it strengthens that bond. So you are going to come together stronger than ever to help care for your loved one. And that's for some of you. And it's only going to be short term. But there's nothing to worry about, Leo. There really isn't. This really is, it is a good reading. It really is. I mean, there have been some bad readings so far. There has been cheating. There has been breakups, third parties, but this is beautiful, Leo. It really is. You still love each other. You're going to bring that flame back. And that's a beautiful thing. And then you can go out and enjoy the summer. Start enjoying little shorts and t-shirts and having some fun in the sun with each other. So this is good. This is really good. I do wish you an amazing month filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.